153 days ago, John Cena stunned the global and did something we by no means idea we might see. In a second that nobody will ever forget, The Rock and Cena stood collectively inside the ring. Cody Rhodes bled for the industry, and for the first time in 20-plus years, John Cena became officially a heel. The nighttime Cena became heel became something immediately out of a V. The washed king, after years and years of coming again and losing. After choking on the Rumble, Cena got here again and overcame the percentages one greater time and gained the Elimination Chamber. And with The Rock and Travis Scott inside the ring, the relaxation became history. What I cherished the maximum, approximately the flip, became simply seeing Cena emerge as a machine, emerge as a heartless psychopath monster. His facial expression to his frame flow, and the entirety changed. Cena became moving distinct, and in a depend of seconds, have become unrecognizable. The smile became long gone, and the amusing and video games had been over. It became a stunning second. It became as though the global stopped for a second. Everyone went loopy. People commenced calling it the finest heel flip of all time. The myth reserving became out of control. The opportunities had been infinite due to the fact we had been sooner or later getting something we by no means idea we might ever see. But simply 153 days later, the John Cena heel run is over. And 153 days later, notwithstanding how insane this second became, how unique it became, it should not have took place. The WWE became John Cena heel in his ultimate year of wrestling and certainly ruined his farewell tour. What became imagined to be this mythical heel flip ended up being not anything greater than a failure and left us with 5 months of the most unearthly character arc we have ever seen. And worst of all, out of Cena's 36 dates in 2025, we had been left with a heel run that consumed greater than one half of them, with a number of the stupidest TV you may possibly imagine. As a heel flip is the ideal instance of the entirety incorrect with cutting-edge TKO-owned WWE. Everything is being achieved for the incorrect reasons. Was a scene of heel flip achieved due to the fact that they'd 7 to 8 months of notable storyline planned? No. Was it achieved due to the fact I became going to be the exceptional manner to honor Cena's legacy? Hell no. Nah. It became achieved due to clout chasing and aura farming. This is what takes place while every PL pay-per-view, whatever, wishes to end with a loopy perspective as a way to spoil the internet. This is what takes place while, God forbid, price tag income are down for Elimination Chamber due to the fact the prices are insane and we need to convey in The Rock to promote it out. But what they did not recognize is all of that comes with a lot extra. Due to the fact Rock best desires to be worried if something essential takes place, you realize what? Screw it. Turn Cena Hill. And hey, you realize what? We have this fact display coming quickly on Netflix wherein we are going to speak approximately all of the behind-the-scenes stuff and spoil Cave Fab like by no means before. That's ideal timing. We can use the photos for that. Let's flip Cena heel. Oh, and Travis Scott is probably right all the way down to wrestle. Wasn't he in Fortnite? Kids love Fortnite. My kids love Travis Scott. Let's flip Cena heel and align him with Travis Scott for some reason. All this simply to chase the cloud of TikToks and streamers and to get hypebeast Instagram pages posting approximately them, but throwing apart the entirety that truly matters. What took place to the love of the sport man? When Cena became heel, anyone became so intrigued on what became next. How became he going to act? How became he going to flow? What might his subject matter be? His attire, the entirety. How became the heel scene presentation going to be? I mean, we did wait 20-plus years for this. However, rather than installing any effort, all we were given had been you people promos that might have labored in 2015, now no longer 2025. And rather than truly committing to the heel run, all that they'd to do became inform us that we get not anything and retain to do, regardless of the hell this became. It's so apparent that they'd no concept what the hell they had been doing, due to the fact you examine Cena at Elimination Chamber, and he is acting. He's installing work. He appears demonic. It became this sort of joke. It became so silly. That they'd Cena telling anyone that we get not anything. No new theme, no new attire, no new not anything. However, the organization persevered to push a logo new tea blouse each unmarried week. I notion we were not getting something. How come the enthusiasts with inside the area have become a brand new constrained version tee blouse each week? What form of heel is going from town to town repping a brand new tee blouse referencing the town that they may be in? And do not forget the towels and the hat. All they wanted became the cloud of heel scene without certainly doing any of the paintings that preceded it, and simply used the you get not anything trope to excuse their lazy ass reserving and storytelling. What they did to our boy became a shame. Look how they massacred our boy, a individual that makes no sense. They had him cross to WrestleMania 41, and what became intended to be this epic first-rate second, in which he subsequently received Wide Variety 17, and it simply became the Travis Scott display. Yo, they definitely had us sitting there looking the occasion of WrestleMania, and had Travis Scott spend 5 mins making his shitty front, at the same time as Cena, and Cody simply laid there and smiled. And they had been also, by the way. They may be with inside the center of a generational stinker, 'cause you realize what is greater important, turning in a banger in the primary occasion of Mania, for all the folks that sold tickets or getting Travis Scott concerned, so our TikTok numbers can cross Burr, and maybe Complex can publish approximately us again. Yo, if you definitely consider it, Travis Scott became simply the large display of John Cena's heel turn. T hate you, Travis Scott. Astro Widow became fire. Shout out to Days Before Rodeo. But why do you need to be the large display? Yo, examine me. Look at this. I by no means notion I would see the day in which my cross you men know how a great deal of a Cena glazer I am. I by no means notion I'd see the day in which my cross received his 17th international name, and I'll simply be sitting there with inside the stadium, like, okay, what a lifestyle now did. We've got a laugh at some point of this heel run of route we did. I'm now no longer going to take a seat down right here, and foe like we failed to Randy Orton, as opposed to Cena, became the primary feud after WrestleMania, and Randy, as opposed to Cena, at Backlash Stay from Saint. Lewis, Rise Fatherland became the first-rate worst fit love ever seen, if that makes any sense. Was it a finisher spam? Hell yeah. But the crowd became so hot, so rowdy. I had a blast looking this. And realistically, what did everybody actually need from this fit? Did we actually need a 30-init Randy Versina traditional with headlocks for 10 mins? Please, please, God, no. This became precisely what we needed. I notion it became a laugh. I notion it became great. I notion it worked. And also, what worked became Cena doing this on the Backlash post display. Like, those had been true a laugh moments. But whilst Cena's retirement tour functions fits like Logan Paul, and him teaming up in opposition to Cody and the Yeet Man, it is like, definitely y'all could not have cooked up something else. Cena has constrained dates left, and that is what we are running. And what is hilarious is that is in which Travis Scott became going to drag up and battle, however he failed. So yeah, those idiots definitely threw Travis into the primary occasion of WrestleMania for no reason, simply to now no longer even get their silly clout-chasing WCW 1998 tag fit. And that makes me so happy. They deserved it. They 100% deserved it due to the fact that is what happens whilst you are too busy chasing clout, in preference to simply doing the proper thing. For me, one of the maximum bittersweet matters, approximately the 153 days, became the 3-week CM Punk feud. Cena and Punk, as we know, had one of the maximum iconic wrestling rivalries of all time. And fortuitously for us, due to the fact we're quite lucky, the stars aligned and we are going to run it lower back one ultimate time. We're going to run lower back this all-time mythical feud. They're going to battle for the primary time one-on-one in 12 years. It is actually certainly considered one among the most important large money fits we've got. Let's run it for 3 weeks and phone it a day, boys. Yo, they handled Cena as opposed to